Scott, it's good to have you. Just give us an update right now of what you're seeing on the ground in terms of staffing problems, if there are any, and obviously whether people are still going out.
Well, thanks again for having me, and best to Jim and for a speedy recovery, and hopefully you guys didn't get infected. Obviously Omicron has had a big impact on us. People are not going out as much as they were. We had a lot of corporate events that canceled, but people are still going out. I think fortunately with Omicron, as we know, the symptoms are mild, and I'm not making light of anything, but people are still going out. Tourism is obviously down, a lot of hotel cancellations, but so far we're hanging in there pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody obviously who lives in New York City and walks around a lot, you certainly saw a great deal of life returning over these last few months, and tourists seem to be coming back as well. Quite a few tourists around this time of year, as is typically the case. But kind of give me a sense, how does it compare to 2019 and or years past?
Well, I wish you had had me on 30 days ago, because I would have told you that, our business was beating 2019. Things were looking great. But obviously, since Omicron has been spreading so quickly, our business is off. But again, people are still going out. I think if you've been vaxxed and boosted, you know what the symptoms are likely going to be. Like I said, tourism is down. It's difficult to travel here from Europe and from Asia. Hotel business, which we were hoping was going to rebound dramatically, has not done that now. Broadway's canceling shows, pro sports teams are canceling. So all of that has an impact on tourism and the reasons that people come to New York. Now they're talking about canceling New Year's Eve in Times Square. It's unfortunate, but like I said, people are still going out. We still have a business that is, surviving, and, we're doing okay.
Scott, Danny Meyer of Union Square Hospitality Group was on Squawk Box this morning, and he said that he's now going to require boosters for workers and diners in his establishments. What are you thinking on that front? Do you plan to require boosters for your employees and people who look to dine in your establishments?
Well, we mandated vaccinations before the city and the state mandated it for our employees. We basically said, look, you need to be vaccinated. It's for your protection, it's for our guests' protection. And look, I think the science is proving that if you're boosted, the chances of you getting really sick if you get Omicron are, de minimis. So why not do it? We've been having to check vaccination cards for a while now in order to be able to come into our restaurants. So it's just, I think it's part of the new world for the near future and just something that we're going to end up having to do.
Yeah. What about staffing, Scott? Are you having any issues finding people?
Listen, staffing's been a problem for the past 2 years, and now it's even more difficult. And it's not a question of finding people, but obviously we have some staff members that are coming down with COVID. The flu is rampant, so people are coming down with the flu. And then there are other people that really, want to go and see their families over Christmas, and they don't want to take the risk of getting COVID before they travel or before they're with their parents. So staffing's been an issue, but, fortunately, we've been able to stay open. We have adjusted some hours of operations, in some places, but, we've been able to manage, and we've got a great staff that is, really diligent, hardworking, and, they understand that it's our livelihood, and, they pulled us through for the past, 18 months, and, they're sticking by our side and doing an unbelievable job.
Yeah, well, given that and what the hospitality industry, broadly speaking, has been through for the last 18 months, almost 2 years at this point, yet another blow right now. Can it survive in its current form? Will you get past this, or does it really depend in part on how long this latest wave lasts?
We're definitely going to get past this. I mean, if we've made it past the past 18 months, we're definitely getting through this. It's tough. We're in a heavyweight fight. I thought I was done, and I thought, we were the champs. And now they asked us to come back into the ring, for a few more rounds. And, listen, we're gonna survive. It would be nice if the government stepped up again and was able to help us a little bit. But if not, we're going to survive. And I do believe that people are still going out. I mean, people are social and they want to go out. And, we have opportunities to expand. We're looking at other markets now, like all these people that have gone to second home markets. Like we're opening a place in Whitefish, Montana. So we're looking at different opportunities, but we're going to survive this. And we just have to be diligent. We have to be careful. We have to protect our staff. And people need to be smart and get vaccinated and then get boosted when they can.
All right. Scott, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks again for having me.